Hello, Namaste, and welcome to our educational channel. Today we are going to discuss about the one of the foundational and fundamental principle of the Ayurveda, that is the concept of the Panchama, which linked with the structure and function of the cosmos. So, without wasting any time, let's we try to assimilate the concept of the Panch Mahabhuta. So basically, the term Panch Mahabhuta literally means the five gross elements or entities. It is a fundamental concept in Indian philosophy, Ayurveda, and traditional sciences, referring to the five basic entities that constitute the all matter in the universe. These elements are Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal, and Prithvi. The concept teaches that everything in cosmos, either it is living or non-living, is composed of five great elements in varying proportion. So, in human physiology and Ayurveda, the Panchamahabhutas form the basis for understanding the structure and function of the body, as well as health, disease, and balance. Each Mahabhuta possesses the unique qualities and function, and together they explain the relationship between the microcosm, that is the human body, and the macrocosm, that is the universe, a central theme in Indian metaphysics. So Mahabhuta are smallest indivisible part of any matter. Akash is the space. Without space, matter cannot exist. Akash is the first lightest element was formed by the cosmic vibration. It begins to move. This movement creates Vayu, and the friction between these movable elements creates fire. The heat of the fire dissolved and liquefied to certain elements which form gel. Other elements solidified to form the heaviest element, that is the Prithvi. It means that Vayu is movement, setting other aspect of the creation into being. Tej is the force, produces heat and light. Both are essential for life. Jal holds everything together. Earth is matter itself. It means that according to Ayurveda, Panchamahabhutas are considered as the basic building block of all living and non-living entities. Everything in world, either it is human, any animal, plant, herbs, stones, minerals, and so on, are basically formed by the Panchamahabhutas. If it is embedded with the Atma or soul, it becomes conscious. And devoid of Atma, it is recognized as an inert without conscious entity. The permutation and combination of these elements and its quantity in given matter determines its properties, and according to that exhibit the specific function. So let's try to understand this with one simple example. So for example, the Vayu, those predominantly made up with the Vayu and Akash Mapu. So on the basis of that, it possesses the specific attributes like the Ruksha, Lagu, Seet, Kar, Shushna, Chal. And according to these attributes, it concerned with the initiating, controlling, regulating all the gross and macroscopic movements, acquiring and carrying the knowledge from the different senses. Now we further take a simple example that show every matter is composed of the five Mahabhutas. So first we take the example of the uh, an apple. So it also composed the Panchamahabhuta. For example, the Prithvi, the solid part of the apple, its place, skin, and seeds all give its shape and structure and represent the solidity or mass. The Jal Mahabhut, the juice or moisture inside the apple that represent the fluidity or cohesion. So the Tejas Mahabhut, the taste, the color and ripening of the apple depend on heat energy from the sun. So represent the and transformation and temperature. The Vayu marble, the air spaces within the fruit and the gases action during the respiration. It represents the movement and vital activity. And the Akash Mahabhuta, the space that allows the structure of the apple to exist and accommodate other elements, represent the emptiness or room to exist. So it is about the Panchamahabhuta composition of the apple. Now we take the one of the living cell example. A single cell of a living organism is made up with the five elements. So let's see the how it is made up with the Panchamahabhuta. The Prithvi, solidity, structure, and stability, and it form the major structure of the cell. And Jal Mahabhuta, it is provide the fluidity and cohesion within the cell. And for example, some of the fluid contains in the cell that is in the cytoplasm or are considered as the Jal Mahabhut. And Agni Mahabhut is provided transformation, metabolism, and energy within the cell. And Vayu Mahabhut, it represents the movement, respiration, and dynamism within the cell. And Akash Mahabhuta, which represent the spaces, expansiveness, and receptivity, which are in the form of the pores and channel in the cell. So it is indicate that each and every a individual or entity, either it is a living or non-living, it is composed by the five Mahabhuta in it. So now we discuss about how the Panch Mahabhuta term is derived. So the term Panchamahabhuta refer to the five gross elements or entity. So here the both word is derived from the Sanskrit root, that is a bhu plus ta. So that which has existence or power. So it means that the meaning of the word bhuta is that which has its identity or existence. Bhutas are not formed or created by any other things or elements. Bhutas are five in numbers and they further give origin to Panch Mahabhutas. So Bhutas are precursor of Mahabhutas. So Bhutas are said to be Karan Dravya, causal factor, and ever existing or Nitya. So they can't be destroyed or and they are beyond the perception. While Mahabhuta are considered as a Karyadravya, Karyadravya, derived from the Bhuta Dravya. Gross, they are gross, perceptible, and form the physical universe, including the human body. So it means that here the Bhut is nothing but they are the Tanmatra. Tan means the subtle, Matra means the measure or element. So it means that the subtle essence or minute fraction of any aspect is considered as a Tanmatra. So let me discuss about the how this Tanmatra incarnate to form the Panch Mahabhuta. So from the Bhuta, the Ahankar also added by the Tejas Ahankar are produced the five subtle elements or Tanmatra, each having its own specific characteristics. So the subtle sound, Shabda Tanmatra, the subtle touch, Spars Tanmatra, the subtle form, the Roop Tanmatra, the subtle taste, Ras Tanmatra, and the subtle smell, that is the Gandh Tanmatra. So their gross counterparts are sound, touch, form, taste, and smell. From this arise the gross element, that is the Panch Mahabhuta. They are the Prithvi, Jal, Tej, Vayu, and Akash. So each gross element is combination of all five tanmatras, but shows the predominance of any one tanmatra. So what is the specific definition of each Mahabhuta? Let me discuss about that. So that which is perceived by the ear, all that is Akash, and it is and its quality is sound, and that which is grasped by the touch, all that is Vayu, and it is its quality is touch, and so on should be understood the remaining Panch Mahabhuta. So let we try to simplify it with integrative approach. So let's begin. Panchatanmatra are first subtle manifestations of Triguna. Tanmatra are not physical qualities but subtle blueprint of perception and matter. They condenses into Mahabhutas, just like DNA condenses into body or code condenses into graphics. Tanmatra are like informational codes, and when condensed under the influence of Triguna, so they manifest as Mahabhutas, which build the material universe. Tanmatra are energy informational principles. Mahabhutas are energy matter principles. So this is similar to how modern physics described about the matter E is equal to mc square, and how quantum fields manifest as a particle. So we can say Tanmatra are nothing but they are the quantum potential of the perception, and Mahabhuta are the manifest particles or fields. So, for example, to take Gandh Tanmatra as an example, which concern with the smell essence. So, before an odor particle interact with the your nose, so there exists a potential for smell or subtle energy when molecules contact olfactory receptor. The tanmatra become manifest as a mahabhutas. So the actual perception of the smell. This show tanmatras are the link between energy and perception, invisible yet foundational. Now we discuss about the Parasparanu Pravesh. Paraspar Anupravesh of Panchamahabhuta means the mutual interpenetration or intermixing with each other. Let me try to understand it step by step. Each Mahabhuta has its own special sensory quality, just like Akash as Shabd, Vayu as Sparsh, Tej as Roop, Jal as Ras quality, and Prithvi as Gandh quality. Each successive Mahabhuta includes all the previous qualities, showing an increase in complexity from subtle to gross. For example, Akash has one quality, that is Sabd. The next Mahabhuta is in Q, will have one Guna more than its precursor. So Y will have its quality like spurs along with the quality of the Akash, that is the Sab. So the Vayu Mahabhuta has two qualities. The next Mahabhuta, that is the Agni, will have its quality, that is the Rukh, along with the quality of the previous two Mahabhuta, such as Shabd from Akash and Spars from Vayu. Thus, Agni Mahabhuta will comprise the three qualities. So, in these ways, there is a paraspar anupravesh of each Mahabhuta into other. Thus, there is entry of Vayu into Agni, Agni into Jal, and Jal into Prithvi. Thus, Prithvi has all the components of other Mahabhuta, whereas previous Mahabhuta will have one quality less. So, all Mahabhuta exist together. Every object in the universe contains all the five Mahabhuta, yet one Mahabhuta is predominant in each substance, giving its main property. For example, Jal is primarily cool and liquid in nature, but has all the point 5 Mahabhuta within it. For example, Prithvi gives the density and weight. Tej provides the temperature. Vayu enables the flow. And Akash offers the space for the movement. So Jal Mahabhuta at or Jal or water at freezing point become the solid and at boiling point become vapor and disappear in the space. So in living beings, like in Rakta, mainly Jal, it is the predominantly formed with the Jal and Agni Babu, but it needs the other Mahabhuta also. So let's we see that Rakta possesses the properties like Vistrata, that is peculiar smell owing to Prithvi, Dravata, that is the liquid due to Jal, Rag, that is the red color owing to Tej Mahabhut, Spandan, that is pulsation owing to Vayu Mahabhut, and Lagu, the lightness to get circulation owing to Akash Mahabhut. So in short, Paraspar Anupravesh of Panch Mahabhuta means every Mahabhuta exists within every other, ensuring the interconnection and harmony through the universe. So it is about the Paraspar Anupravesh. So now we discuss about the Triguna connection with the Panch Mahabhuta. Panch Mahabhutas and their dominant guna are as follows. So first Akasana, mostly Sattva, it is dominant with the Sattva Mahabhuta. Sattva guna represent the lightness, clarity and purity. Vayu Mahabhuta, it is dominant mostly by the Rajas, representing activity and motion. Agni, it is a mixture of the Sattva and Rajas, symbolizing the brilliance and dynamism. Jal Mabut, it is the mixture of Sattva and Tamas, indicating the clarity with heaviness and cohesion. Prithvi Mahabhuta, mostly Tamas, is symbolizing the solidity, inertia, and stability. Now we discuss about the characteristics and properties of the each Mahabhuta. The characteristics and properties of Akash Mahabhuta are as follows. So they are the sound, auditory organ, all orifices and distinctness. So the spaces in the body, they are the cavities, mouth, nostril, thorax, abdomen, cellular interstitial spaces. They are indicate the akash. And also environment, they are the medium in which sound travels. Now we discuss about the vayu, the touch, tactile organ, all activities, movements in all body parts and lightness. They are the characteristic features of the Vayu Mahabhut. So movements, they are the breathing, circulation, movement of the limbs, peristalsis movement, excretion movement, and subtle senses of the touch, movement of the thoughts, flow of nerve impulses, transportation of the substance in our body, also wind motion in nature. They represent the Vayu Mahabhuta characteristic feature. Now we discuss about the Tejas. Vision, visual organ, complexion, heat, splendor, digestion, intolerance, sharpness, and valor. So they represent the Tejas characteristic feature. Yeah. So let's discuss further. Heat, transformation, digestion, metabolism, body temperature, energy, light, intellect, perception, the discernment, mental illumination, and in nature, sun, fire, lightning represent the Tejas Mahabhut. Now we discuss over the Jal Mahabhut, the characteristic feature. Taste, gestation organ, all liquidity, heaviness, coldness, unctuousness, and semen represent the gel. All bodily fluids, plasma, digestive juice, saliva, blood, lymph, they represent the gel and they help in the cohesion, fluidity, enabling the transport, taste, lubrication, emotional flow, balance, cooling, and in nature they represent the rivers, seas, and rain. Now we discuss about the Pruthima, small olfactory organs, hardness, heaviness, solid structure, bones, teeth, and flesh. They represent the Prithvi Mahabhuta. So, for example, skin, hair, nails, they are considered as a Prithvi Mahabhuta, and they provide the stability, firmness, support, resistance, anchoring both in physical and mental senses, form, form, shape, and sense of smell, and so on. In nature, land, soil, and mountain, they represent the Prithvi Mahabhuta. Now, let's simplify it with role of the Panchamahuta in the formation of the Sharir. So, Garb is the pre-form of the Sharir. The Panchamahuta act upon the Garb and play important role in the maturation and development of the Garb. Everything we see made up of the tiny particles and ultimately of atom so subtle that they are beyond counting. The joining and breaking apart of these atoms happen because of motion with Vayu acting as a driving force. It means the Vayu is concerned with the or involved in the Vibhajan and Sanyog process. Now, Tejas is responsible for the biological transformation and assimilation process. A is responsible for the Kledankan, that concern with the binding cells together, providing stickiness property, growth and development, and nurture these cells. Prithvi is concerned with Sahanan Kriya. It means that it help in the bringing about the integrity and compactness and mold the shape and size. Akash is concerned with the Vivardhan. So that is concerned with the provide safe, provide space, cavity, and which is responsible for the Vivardhan. So in this way, when Garb undergoes the maturation and development under the influence of the Panchamahabhuta, so thereafter it eventually acquire the Astapad, Jiva, Gran, Karna, Nitam, and so on organs. So that time it is recognized as a sharir or physical body. So in this way, Panchamahabhuta play important role in the development of the sharir. So it represents the Panchamahabhuta is all Panchamahabhuta activity in order to develop the body, in order to form the all the entities in the macrocosm and as well as the macrocosm. Now, what are the extraordinary characters of the Mahabhutas? So they are the so first Prithvi, it has a khar property, that is roughness. Jal, that is the draw, liquidity or fluidity. Tejas have ushnatva, that is heat. Vayu, chal, movement. Akash, that is apratigat. Apratigat means the apratigat, apratihanan, asparshatvam iti. It means the non-resistance, not being destroyed by anything, absence of physical contact. So it is about the extraordinary characters of the Panch Mahabhutas. Now we discuss about the Panchamahabhuta combination of the dos, dhatu, mal and updhatu. So first of all is those. They are the uh, Vat, Pitta, Kapha. Now Vat is the those which is predominantly formed with the Vayu and Akashma. Pith dose is predominantly formed with the Tejma. Cough dose which is predominantly formed with the Jal and Prithvima. And now discuss of the Dhatus. So that is Ras that is predominantly formed with the Jalma. Rakt that is predominantly formed with the Tej and Jalma. Mass which is predominantly formed with the Prithvima. Med, which is predominantly formed with the Jal and Prithvi Mahabhut. Asti, which is predominantly formed with the Prithvi and Anil. And the Majja, which is predominantly formed with the Jal. And Shukra, that is also predominantly formed with the Jal Mahabhut. Mutra, that is predominantly formed with the Jal and Tej Mahabhut. Purish, that is predominantly formed with the Prithvi Mahabhut. Artav, which is predominantly formed with the Tej. 9. Swed and Stanya Updhatu, which are predominantly formed with the Jal Mahabhut. So it is about the Panchamahabhuta combination of the Dosh, Dhatu, Mal and Updat. It means that each and every entity either they are in the body or they are in the macrocosm or cosmos. So they are not devoid of this Panch Mahabhuta combination. So they all are present in the living and as well as the non-living entities in order to form the structure and to regulate the function in that. What is the significance of the all these concepts? So all the living and non-living things in this world are composed of Panchamahabhutas. So different kind of living and non-living things of the universe are born out of these Panchamahabhutas only. So the same substance which are meant to be used as medicines in the treatment of different diseases. So medicines themselves are classified with respect to their Mahabhuta dominance. For example, some drugs are described as a Parthiv, some are Jaliya, some are Agniya, some are Vayavya, and some are Akasya, depending on which Mahabhuta is more dominant in them. And treatment are chosen often based on matching or opposing Mahabhuta qualities. For example, if someone has disease with sign of heat, so one must reduce the Tej Mahabhuta quality. For example, via cooling diet and herbs. And if someone has excess movement, gas, restlessness, that is indicate the Vayu imbalance. So they need to grounding and stabilizing and calming Mahabhuta that through the Prithvi and Jalma. So therefore, one should never think about any other substance other than the Panch Mahabhuta. So it is about the concept of the Panch Mahabhuta, which form the basis for the structure and function of the all the living and non-living entities in the macrocosm and as well as the macrocosm. Thank you.